One question, which you may think is a little bit interesting, and not even a question, I hear people in town in our Mansfield community saying things like, Mansfield is trying to be Southlake, or, comparisons to Southlake because we are in Mansfield, there's some new construction happening in downtown. They're trying to do some revitalization. We've got new restaurants coming in. And I've heard the almost accusation thrown around that Mansfield is trying to be Southlake. And so I thought it would be very interesting to do a comparison of Southlake versus Mansfield. And the way that I thought we would do that would be to look at a $600,000 property and what do you get for your money? Southlake versus Mansfield, what does $600,000 actually get you? It's a great question because these two different communities are very different, not just in price, but in size, lifestyle, and long-term value. Okay, so today I want to walk you through what $600,000 is going to buy you in both markets, the pros and cons of each, and some things to consider before you make a decision. Now, by the end of this video, you're going to have a clear picture of how far your money goes and which location might be the right fit for your family. So let's start with a little bit of context. Southlake is one of the most prestigious suburbs in all of North Texas. It's known for its beautiful neighborhoods, top-rated schools, luxury lifestyle amenities. When you think Southlake, you think luxury for sure. As of 2025, the median home price in Southlake is around $1.24 million. Okay, so that means that a $600,000 home here is going to be below the median. So you're likely going to get a smaller home, an older home, one that maybe needs some updates, but you're buying into a community that holds its value incredibly well. Now, on the flip side, Mansfield is a fast-growing suburban community. It's attracting families that are looking for more space, modern homes at a more accessible price point. The median home price in Mansfield is around $520,000. So what this tells us right away is that $600,000 is going to go a lot further in Mansfield than it is in Southlake. So you can get more square footage, bigger lots, newer upgrades for the same money. Okay, so let's break it down. Southlake, $600,000 typically buys you about 2,400 to 2,700 square feet of living space, probably a 3-bedroom, maybe 4 if you're lucky, 3-bed, 2-bath, maybe a 4-bed, 2-bath. Smaller lots, usually around 0.25 acres or less. You're not going to get a big lot for that price in Southlake. Homes mostly built in the 1980s to 2000s. You're not going to be able to get anything newer probably at that price point, and sometimes they're going to need updates. So at first glance, this might seem like you're not getting very much for $600,000. But here's the thing. Southlake isn't just about the home itself. It's about the location, the community, the schools. Carroll Independent School District, according to the Ritchie Realty survey, says that it consistently ranks among the top districts in Texas. So that means that families are often willing to pay more to be in this district, and homes here tend to hold or increase their value over time. So even if the home is smaller or older, you're investing in long-term stability, a highly desirable community, and excellent schools, all of which are hard to quantify, but are very real benefits. Okay, now let's shift to Mansfield. With $600,000, you're generally going to get 3,500 to 4,000 square feet. That's twice the square footage that we just talked about in Southlake. 4 to 5 bedrooms, 3 to 4 bathrooms. You're going to get a larger lot, maybe up to 1/3 to 1/2 of an acre, probably. Newer or recently updated homes, often with modern finishes. So in Mansfield, $600,000 is going to buy you more home, more yard, modern upgrades. It's going to give you a lot of space for family living and entertaining. So this is why Mansfield is so appealing to families who want to maximize space without paying a Southlake premium. Okay, fact, more than 55% of buyers moving up in price prioritize lot size and outdoor space over location. So if outdoor space, large bedrooms, or a finished bonus room are important to your family, Mansfield might give you more value for your dollar. So lifestyle is another very important factor when comparing these two areas. In Southlake, you're gonna have upscale shopping, dining, and entertainment options. I like to joke that I can't afford to go shop in Southlake because some of their shops are so high end, right? You've got some steakhouses and very high end restaurants there as well. Close proximity to DFW Airport is super convenient. It is a tightly knit, high demand community with limited listings. In Mansfield, you're gonna have a more suburban, family-focused neighborhood feel with larger yards, plenty of parks, lots of green space. That is one thing I will say for Mansfield is their park system and green space is incredible. You still get excellent schools without the high price tag. In short, Southlake is a little bit more prestigious, luxurious. It's probably a long-term investment, while Mansfield is about space, comfort, and family lifestyle. Now, schools, we've mentioned a couple times, are often a driving factor for families. Southlake ISD is highly rated, which makes it a huge factor in maintaining property values. Mansfield ISD is also strong with quality programs and community involvement, but it's at a more affordable price point. So families need to balance school rankings versus home size and features to determine what's going to matter the most for their situation. Now let's look at it from an investment standpoint. In Southlake, there's probably a little bit higher potential for long-term appreciation and prestige. You're buying into one of the top communities in the Metroplex. Mansfield, you're going to get more square footage, bigger lots, modern amenities for the same price, offering a comfortable lifestyle for now. And you will have appreciation in Mansfield, but potentially at not as high a rate as you might at Southlake. Southlake median listings, here's a fact for you, increased approximately 12% year over year in 2025, showing the market's continued strength, which is interesting because there are a lot of areas around the Metroplex that did not have that kind of growth. So the real question is, what's more important to you? Prestige and long-term value, or immediate lifestyle and space for your family? And quite frankly, maybe the decision isn't which one, it's feeling good about choosing the one you can afford, okay? So you've got to define your priorities if you're going to make the right decision, right? What matters the most? Space, lifestyle, schools, or long-term investment? You should visit both areas in person. Photos are not always going to tell the full story. Walk the neighborhoods, talk to locals, picture your daily life there. Consider your long-term goals. Resale value versus immediate comfort. Taking the time to explore these differences is going to ensure that your home fits your family's life today and in the future. I think that comparison is a really valuable one, and so that's why I did the median price at $600,000 to show you what the difference is. So if you would like to see homes in Southlake or in Mansfield or anywhere else, please let us know. We would love to help you here at Point Realty. You can call me, text me, email me. My info's below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next